a tiny gamer, and let's play some more Final Fantasy XIV with Silent Ghost. As you can see, I changed my background to be Limsa Lamensa because that is where the main quest is going to be. Well, the event's going to be this year. So, yeah, let's teleport there. All right. I have Silent and I have Danny, and then I'm done. Oh my goodness. Doing so much pirate talk is so hard for me. Oh, that's very cool. That's very cool. I like that. Plus, I'm not used to doing a lot of reading. Well, not like reading out loud, so that's a challenge for me of its own. Dealing with pain issues, it kind of like makes the brain and the words hard to do, so I'm struggling. As that one TikToker says, I'm struggling, but I'm getting through it. Rising to the call. The wandering minstrel seeks an adventurer both willing and able to help put the finishing touches to this year's Rising celebrations. This quest is available for a limited time only. Of all the coincidences, you would hardly believe it, but I was just at this very moment reminiscing of the time you lent me your strength a 12-month past. You see, I find myself in pressing need of an adventurer's aid, just as I did last Rising. Oh, if only Silent were here, I thought to myself. And here you are. Well then, what do you say? Shall we clasp arms once more? My thanks. The matter is this. I have been approached by a lady named Ayoyo, who wishes to imprint her inimitable mark upon the skies above Limsa Lamensa. I speak, of course, of the fireworks that illuminate the rising nights. Learning of my contribution... Excuse me. Of course I start to get hiccups. Learning of my contribution to previous year's festivities, she has enlisted me to her cause. We have already had the ear of the organizing committee. However, Lady Ayoyo has expressed a strong desire to consult with the storied adventurer before finalizing her proposal. Come to the Yellow Jackets guardhouse at the base of the Coral Tower, and I will introduce you. Okay. Okay. So let's go to the Marauders Guild. It's going to be through the door and down the stairs. Also, I am once again the only person in this guild. And, well, I'm the only person online, it seems. And it's like, I don't know, it's good to have a guild so I don't get all the guild invites, but at the same time it's like, sometimes I would like other people to talk to, you know? So I'm not sure if I'm going to stay in this guild or not, but we'll see. Part of me is tempted to just like form my own guild or free company, but I can't do that because I can't do multiple instances of my game like I can with like World of Warcraft. So we'll see. If you see I'm in a different If you see that my tag is different than vibe next time I play, then you'll know why. Or no tag at all. But yeah, the last time it looks like people boosted the guild, their free company, was 11 days ago. Lady Ayoyo, one storied adventure as promised. I'm so tall compared to her. Blessings of the 12 upon ye. Name's Ayoyo, Canyoneer First Class with the Yellow Jackets. It's an honor to have ye on board. Did I mention that it's the Yellow Jackets who are in charge of this year's festivities, not only in decorating of these fair Leminson streets, but in designing and constructing the fireworks that brighten the skies above them. Sneak in a sip of my coffee real quick. Lady Ayoyo here is quite the savant in all matters incendiary and explosive, and so it has fallen to her to formulate a plan for the display's crowning glory. Me and the other lads and lasses of the Canyoneers whipped up a load o' Louvrerie, little drakes, snakes, and devils for the Moonfire Fair. But more of the same ain't gonna cut it for the Rising. 'Cause it's all about remembering those we lost in the calamity, ain't it? Them and theirs deserve something a mite specialer than a bunch of old bangers. An admirable sentiment, I'm sure. Sorry. It would not do for our ode to such poignant memories to be aught less than memorable. Let us make this year's Rising one that the citizens of this fair realm will not soon forget. Took the words right out o' me mouth, dearie. Thing is, haven't hardly set foot out of Leminsa in all me days. I don't reckon I'm best placed to know what's going through the minds of the citizens of this fair realm. And so you would pick an adventurer's brains, one who has journeyed far and wide across this land that we love, and knows it and its people intimately. Yet before we call upon your particular wisdom, mayhap it would behoove us to seek out a wider range of opinions. Many and more look to the skies come rising night, and the thoughts that run through their minds are no doubt as diverse. Let us learn them. Sounds like a plan. Mind if I join you, dearie? Could do with learning some o' these thoughts myself. Right then, where's best to start asking around? Someplace a lot of outsiders gather, I reckon. How about we meet in the Atherite Plaza down in the lower decks? While you two are so engaged, allow me to continue our discussions with the organizing committee. I shall await you by the after castle. Honestly, I'm kind of tempted to also change Silent's look, like give her a different hairstyle, and like I'm not too keen about having the markings on her face anymore. Actually, here, let's do that. Let's take care of that real quick. And then we'll go down to the Atherite. Retire to an end, yes. I think I still have my coupon. Okay. Let's customize. Okay. We're going to do hairstyle. I kind of want to give her the buns because I like the bun look. That's kind of cool. Or we can cut her hair short. I know there was another bun hairstyle up here, I think. Now let's stick with that one. Okay, we'll do that one. Twos, we will remove that tattoo. Oops. Oh, base paint, that's what it was. There we go. Okay. Confirm. Alright. And confirm. Alright. Yes. Use a token. Okay. All right. Yes, I like the bun hairstyle. Okay. Where is... There she is. You see them lights down Ocker's Alley, dearie? Decorations for the festival they are. Every year when the streets are all decked out for the Rising, the art fills with, well, all kinds of feelings. Sorrow, pride, regret, hiccups. But enough about me. We came here to find out how the other folks feel about it. Let's split up, head down the alley, and ask a few likely-looking customers each. We're on a schedule here, so don't go asking every single soul you see. 4 or 5 should do ye. I'll meet ye down by the ferry docks when you're done. Okay. Ooh, it's crowded. Oh. I love when the Lalas are dancing. I don't want to... Oh. One Lala went poof. We're almost the same height, if not the same height. Welcome, welcome. What may I interest you in this fine evening? Ah, information, is it? Well, if you really must know, the whizzing and banging that fills the air this season always takes me back to the time just before the calamity struck. A great festival was held to celebrate the reformation of the grand companies. People in the street were hooting and hollering and setting off fire spouts, and all the ships in the bay, now bedecked in maelstrom colors, let loose their cannons. It seems so foolish now, knowing what was soon to befall us, but all that noise served a purpose nonetheless, drowning out the fear that ever whispered in our ears. It is my firm belief that the rising fireworks serve the same purpose even now. They present a vision of loveliness, of togetherness, that we might forget our fears and be given hope for a brighter future. Oops. Oh, please don't say I messed it up. Making sure I didn't mess up the recording. The streets are full of life, the sky is full of fire, and the westerly winds fill in our seafarers' sails as it does our arts. Ah, I couldn't have picked a better time to come home. You a sailor too, are you? Helping with the fireworks, you say? Good on ye, lass. I have a few memories of back then, if ye have an ear to hear 'em. I'm a merchant seaman, you see, always sailing hither and thither across the waves. Was just back from a trip to Rads at Han when the calamity struck. Everyone was looking up to the sky and that lonesome lantern that hung low in it. Like most folks, I don't remember much of what happened in the days before or after it fell, but I'll never forget those faces. And that's what I love so much about the fireworks. You see the same faces looking up, but this time with a smile. Reminds ye not only of the bad times, but how we got over them. Okay. Ooh, that's a big tomberry. Can you see them too, my love? You're involved with the fireworks and want to know what I think of them. Well, just now I was wondering if they can be seen from far out in the offing. Do you know? I see. The reason I ask is that my husband is out there. He meant to be back by rising night, but it seems the tide didn't turn in his favor. He was so looking forward to the fireworks. I do hope that he can see them from where he is, that we can share them together, no matter how far apart we might be. That is my only request to you, that you make the finale as bright and boisterous as you can, that all those who cannot be together this rising might still share in its message. Okay. Ooh, that person has wings. All right there. Anything I can do for you? You're asking for people's thoughts on the rising fireworks. Heh, you adventurers don't have pick up some odd jobs. Well, I'm like most people, I suppose. I think of those I lost. My parents most of all. I wonder if they're watching too. Swum up from the bottom of the ethereal sea to see what all the crashing and banging's about. It's complicated, I suppose. I feel sad they're gone, but happy I'm not, and grateful to Baderon saving me and so many others. If they are watching, I hope they can see me too. See that I'm doing all right for myself, that they might sleep soundly for another 12 months. Okay. And then we're gonna go out here. Yeah, removal pit. Sorry to keep you waiting, dearie. So what did you find out? Same here. Was Ab expecting them just to like looking at the pretty lights. But it seems the feelings run a lot deeper than that. The memories of the calamity still sit heavy on their hearts, but the rising fireworks go some way to lifting that weight. So many ideas for the grand display. What kind of things did you reckon help lift those spirits the most? I'm going to say something that reminds people of the past. Aye, you might be right there. It's the same with the folk as it is with ships. You need to know where you've come from to know where you're going. A reminder of times past might be just the ticket. The rising ain't just about mourning those we lost, after all. It's about remembering the struggles of those who survived to steer us to a brighter future. Aye, that's it. That's what Limsa needs this rising. Ships, cannons, a departure salute, not just for the fallen, but for those setting sail for unknown shores. A vision of the past and of the future. An old bleeding armada filling the Galadian Bay, lighting up the very heavens. Who wouldn't want to watch that? That's settled then. Aye, the minstrel's gonna love it. You said he'd be up by the after castle, right? I'll see you there. Okay. Ooh, I'm yawning, I'm sorry. I'm not yawning because I'm bored. It's just, I don't know, I get to start recording and I'm talking so much and then all of a sudden I have to yawn. Our intrepid adventurer returns, and positively bursting with inspiration, I take it. I see, a traditional seafaring salute, not only to the memories of the fallen, but to the future fortune of those who follow in their wake. A most fitting proposal, I'm sure. Thanks to the both of you, but our work ain't done yet. There's a lot needs sorting out before we can put this idea into action. So much to do, so little time. If you wouldn't mind helping us a little longer, dearie, I'll be forever in your debt. Let me know when you got your loins good and girded. Okay. We who are about to set sail salute you. A yo-yo asks for your continued assistance in seeing her plan for the rising fireworks realized. This quest is available for a limited time only. Right then, let's get started, shall we, dearie? The plan is we're going to line up an old fleet of ships across the bay and fire a broadside into the sky. But before we go about finding our fleet, we need to get the plan approved by the organizing committee, and that means convincing Commodore Rayner. I'll take the lead, but I ain't exactly got the soberest tongue, nor much experience nobbing with the higher-ups. If you two see me struggling, put in a word, won't you? Of course, me lady. Your cause is ours. Thank you, me dears. Together then, to the Coral Tower. Okay. Oof. Oops. Hope I'm not getting in anyone's way. Last I had the privilege of meeting with the Commodore was around the time of the Calamity. I had been arrested for conspiracy to incite rebellion. Naturally, it was all a misunderstanding. Some other scurrilous soul had been singing songs of sedation. Sedation. If not for Raynor and his relentless pursuit of the truth, I might still be lingering in the brig. He is a shrewd investigator who will brook no evocation. Shall we then? Small, medium, large. Wanting to make the Rising display special, I can fathom, but the sheer scale of the proposal is beyond anything I imagined. Yo-yo, need I remind you that the first duty of the Yellow Jackets is the keeping of the peace? Filling the bay with ships will not only disturb the daily workings of the harbor, but is sure to foment agitation among the commons. Knowing this, do you still mean to persevere with this outlandish plan? I do, Commander. Every Lominsan art, every Eorzean art, still bears the scars of the Calamity. All that loss, that hardship, that struggle, it cut deep. And the Rising ain't just about looking to the past. It's about looking to the future, too. And if it's our duty to watch over folk, keep 'em in the straight and narrow, I reckon it's our duty to see 'em off on another year's journey, too. Well put. I accept that your intentions are pure. Well, what of the logistics? I trust you have a plan as to who exactly will be providing and paying for this fleet of yours? Yes, Commander. We're going to petition the Maelstrom for the flagship, and the rest from, the Black Sails. Of course, one is wont to forget that those buccaneering souls remain bound to serve the Maelstrom in times of necessity. Lady Ayoyo would have us parley with the three great pirate captains and remind them of their civic duty, it seems. Aye, that's right. The pirates answered the Admiral's call back when the moon was fallen, fought and died at Cartano, same as the rest of us. When they hear about our plan to salute all those who fell and all those who didn't, I don't doubt they'll answer the call again. I wish you all the luck in the world in recruiting those rogues to your cause. You shall need it. Very well then, allow me to arrange the parley. Should you succeed in this feat, you may consider all my remaining doubts answered. I bid you remember that you go to speak with pirates, lawless marauders all. Pray that you do not say aught to offend them, lest we find ourselves with a mutiny on our hands. I shall have the Maelstrom summon the leaders of the three factions to the anchor yard. Pray go there and complete your preparations. I thought my cat was coming out of her little cubby hole, that's why I looked down. Cheers for sticking with me, you two. I hope I can count on your support in the next set of negotiations and all. Of course, my lady. Alas, I fear the captains, those far-famed scourges of the seas, will prove rather less biddable partners than Commodore Raynor did. While Roshwin of the Sanguine Sirens may be swayed by emotion, Carvalin of the Kraken's Arms is of a much more mercenary mind. The executioners, meanwhile, value honor and glory above all else. If there is aught that unites them, it is a zealous spirit. Let us argue with passion that we might inflame theirs. If it's passion you're after, I've got that in bling bucket loads. But I might need you two to jump in again, in case me tongue decides to tie itself in an affage. Just say the first thing that comes to your heads, and I'll pick it up after. Okay, let's go. Come on then, dearies. Let's head down to the anchor yard and get this parlay started. Okay. If you caught the clip or me merging two clips together, it's because I had to put more pain cream on my shoulder. I had to raise my left hand to brush some hair on my face, and my shoulder yelled at me for it. All these people that are trying to catch up with the quest. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Okay, here we go. Thanks for coming. The reason we asked you here is... Aye, the Maelstrom Summoners laid it out for us loud and clear. You want us to help with the rising fireworks. And the answer is no. When my sirens fire a broadside, it's to send our enemies to the bottom of the briny, not to paint pretty pictures in the sky for drylanders to whop at. We've better things to be doing with our time. It is a rare occurrence to be sure, but I find that my opinion aligns with Roe Swin's. Our time is precious, as I'm sure is yours. Let us hasten to draw these discussions to a close. I shall put it bluntly, I see no profit in this endeavor for myself and my men, so unless there is anything else, I'm going to say, you would put the Admiral and the Yellow Jackets in your debt. A debt of gratitude, perhaps, for providing the men and materials for this pageantry entirely at our own expense. I saw no mention of the Krakens being compensated for our efforts in a material sense, or am I mistaken? The sheer scale of the spectacle we propose would no doubt draw all the lords and ladies of the realm together in the city, personages of high renown and deep pockets. Aye, and if they saw you lot working hand in hand with the Maelstrom, it'll do wonders for your public image. Folks who normally wouldn't touch a pirate with a barge pole be queuing up to do business with ye. I do believe you have a point, poorly phrased though it may be. To win legitimate business, one must project the image of a legitimate businessman. Sod your image, and sod anyone who's too lily-livered to trade with us. They can stick their barge poles up their backsides. What's in it for the sirens? Don't you want to bring joy to the masses? Look, I enjoy the fireworks as much as anyone. I just don't see why it's got to be us what puts them on. We're pirates, not bawdy villains. The Sanguine Sirens ain't all about the pirating life, though, are ye? You run almshouse for the sick, injured, and those with child. Keep themselves busy with odd jobs, such as come their way. Them's your hunters and the folk who'll draw to the city to see the grand display of your quarry. Ah, I see where you're going with this. Get the girls to set stalls selling food and grog and the like, and they'd make a killing, providing they add the right permits from the Yellow Jackets. You're a shrewd one, you. Maybe I could lend them a hand myself. They do say the best way to a man's heart is through a stump. What of the executioners? There is no dishonor in linking arms with Admiral Merriwib and the Maelstrom, surely. You, Yellow Jacket, I want you to tell me one thing and tell it true. This is Limsa Lominsa, the greatest port in all the realm. You could find this fleet of yours without our help. Yet you've come here begging for it. Why? Because I reckon you're the ones who need the rising most. I keep hearing my cat's bell, I'm sorry. The black sails only came together 'cause o' Cartno, yet you could have upped anchor and sailed off into the sunset. But no, ye fought like demons on those cursed flats, made heroes of yourselves and martyrs. The way I see it is only right that those that lost the most, when they stood to gain the least, should be the ones to fire the salute to the departed. And a salute to the departed too. The calamity changed the lives of you pirates more than anyone. If anyone should be celebrating new beginnings, it's those with new beginnings already begun. Whose new beginnings already begun? Heh ha 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 ha. So it's all for our own good, is it? I'm headed back to the Astalasia. Send word when you've hammered out the details of this display of yours. We'll see what we can do. Aye, aye, Captain. Can't rightly say no to you now, can I? We lost a lot of good people back in Cartno. Let's send them off with a bloody great bang. I will join you on one condition, that in your reminiscence of trauma past, you do not make a shameful spectacle of yourself. Pray do not force me to restrain you again. I've never forced you to do nothing. You'll keep your hands off me if you want to keep them, you randy bastard. And then she runs off. Quite the fragile flower, isn't she? Well then, I bid you adieu. My ships will not ready themselves. Okay. And breathe. Gods, I was so nervous I could hardly speak. Thanks so much for chipping in when you did. Could never have gotten him to our side without ye. Right then. Time to put the finishing touches to this plan of mine. It's going to be wonderful. I just know it. Oh, and about your reward. I've given it to the minstrel. You can grab it from him. To new beginnings, lass. May the navigator's breath ever fill your sails. Again, let me fix myself in my seat. You did a great service, my friend, both for Lady Yo-Yo and for those who love the Rising, myself included. For that, I shall be ever grateful. I expect it shall be some hours before preparations to the grand finale are complete. Mayhaps we could wait together? Yes. While we wait, would you care to hear a verse that has lately come to me? It is a song of celebration, of encouragement for all those who sail for unknown shores. Pray lend me your ears. Greetings, warrior of light. This is a world that exists outside your reality. Could be a dream, a flight of fancy conjured by your weary mind, perhaps, or perhaps not. I'm taller than you. It is a pleasure to meet you again. As I have in the past, I have beckoned you here that I might express my gratitude. The road we have walked has been long and winding, full of perils and pitfalls, but we have enjoyed every step in your company. We hope that you feel the same about us. We hope that you feel the same about this last great leap. With every adventure we undertake, the longer the legacy we leave behind us. Yet a lengthy history need not mean a foreshortened future. Many adventures yet await. We shall continue to chart a course into the great unknown, one that takes in all the diverse wonders this wide world has to offer, that your legacy may grow ever greater. To be certain, it would be a less trying task to sleepwalk ever onward down the same well-furrowed path, yet to venture down paths untrodden, believing in the bright and glorious future that lies beyond them, is by far the more rewarding. This is the gift that we wish to deliver unto you, the gift of adventure. And we pray with all our hearts that you will continue to walk with us. We thank you for joining us on this journey, heretofore and hereafter. Now, the time has come for this vision to end. Time for your eyes to open from this waking dream. One cannot know what fills the hearts and minds of those who look to the sky this rising night. Perhaps you and I will see very different images in those explosions of light and color. But one thing I know for certain, that right here, right now, we look to the same sky. And though the paths that lay ahead of us may lead in very different directions, sometimes, someplace, they shall cross again. It is almost time for the display to begin, the consummation not only of our labors, but of the thoughts and prayers of the people of this fair city. A salute for the departed and for those who set sail into unknown waters. Many adventures yet await you, my friend. May the navigator's breath ever fill your sails. From eastern sea to eastern sky, the sacred sun ascends. The voices stir of wind, of waves, of rope, of sails, of friends, who, like the golden light of dawn that streams across the sea, set sunlit sail for foreign lands, may fortune follow thee. Her journey done, so sinks the sun below the western waves, and memories stir of friends of yore, asleep in watery graves. Let not our voices raised in song disturb your endless sleep, but join us in our chorus and your dream among the deep. An excerpt from an ancient mariner's song, a prayer for the safe return of those who sail over the far horizon, and for the peace of those who sleep beneath those same eternal waves. It concludes with a wish that the voices of those whose spirits are stirred in anticipation of new adventure reach the ears of those whose adventures ended too soon, that they might be united as one, a fitting sentiment for the rising, methinks. And so I offer you my own heartfelt wish that even should your own adventures carry you beyond the far-flung horizon of this wide world, that we should meet once more in a 12 months' time and look up to the same sky together. Yay! Okay, it says that the toy chest has been unlocked. Additionally, certain notable personages have been seen to frequent the anchor yard this rising. Do the same and you may be greeted with an unexpected encounter. A soft westerly wind blows across the anchor yard, and I got the achievement for 11's sake. Enjoy the sea breeze a while? Yes. You hear footsteps approaching. You turn and see the proprietor of the Drowning Wench. If it ain't me old pal Silent, here to beg the old bird for guidance too, are ye? Oh. Sid Hodgeby said you had an hand in this year's fireworks, and not a bad job you made of them either. Neither. Keep saying either. You met her down in Hawker's Alley. I sent her to pick up some stock for the wench, but do you know what she brought me back? Only a bottle of bleeding Brackus. Paid for it out of her own pocket, she did, to thank me again for saving her life. Don't know why she's so hung up about it. The girls pay me back in 100 times over with all her hard work over the years. Felt a bit bad accepting it but, well, a bottle brackus is a bottle brackus. Reckon it's you we should be thanking anyway for that marvelous display. All the ships in the harbor, the fire in the sky, it brought back a lot of memories. Some good, some bad. Every one of them well worth remembering. And we ain't done making them yet. You'll be off on your next adventure soon enough, I wager. Well, you can't rightly be striding out on an empty stomach now, can ye? Come up to the wench and we'll fill your belly. Okay. Lucifer Morningstar. I see what you did there. You hear footsteps approaching. You turn and see the head chef of the Bismarck. Well. I come to feel Lim Lane's breath on my face, only to be finding the faith be some whispering in the ear of another. A faithless Bissum. Have ye been keeping silent? I hear we've got you to thank for the rising display. A yo-yo's been singing your praises from Fisherman's Bottom to the Coral Tower. What? Surprised I know her? Laminsa's a small place, lass. Hardly a day goes by I don't see the yellow jackets, or several in the Bismarck. Whether it's to sup on the finest food and wine this side of the sea, or to clap irons on those who tap the casks a touch too thirstily. Hold on 1 second. Just pouring some ice from one cup to another. Suppose an adventurer like you mightn't have noticed always coming and going as ye are. But stick around the city for a while and you'll see the jackets ain't just asses for ire. They're the true friends of the comic folk. A yo-yo was a retainer before the calamity struck Kino. Her master had a thing for fireworks. Every time they came back from their wanderings, they'd load her down with an 100 of spouts and spinners they'd picked up from God's knows where. Day and night, you'd see her down the market ward, beaming that sunny smile of hers at every passerby, trying her damnedest to flog the stuff. Enjoyed the work, I reckon. But then Dalamud fell, and she lost her master. Literally lost him. The way she tells it, it were as if the calamity burned a hole in her memory, and they fell straight through. Couldn't remember their face nor their name. But she never forgot the fireworks. The amount of gunpowder that went through her hands over the years, she couldn't help learning a bit about making things go bang. An apprenticeship with the Canyoneers later, and she was a yellow jacket. So when I heard that they were the ones who would be put in charge of the Rising display, I knew she'd be the first to volunteer. The Rising, the fireworks, they mean a lot to her as a friend, and as a friend they mean a lot to me, so thank you. Tried to read that so fast. Okay. And last one. You moved right in front of where I wanted to click. You hear footsteps approaching. You turn and see the Admiral herself. Best girl. Silence. This is a coincidence. Raynor was just telling me of the role you played in putting the display together. I'm sure all those who gathered in my city to witness it were as moved as I. A salute to all who set sail for new adventures. It shall surely resound in their hearts and give them strength and courage in the year to come. And a salute to the fallen, too, was it not? Many and more lost their lives in the fields of Cartano, the men and women of the Black Sails chief among them. I thank you for giving those who survived them this chance to put their grief to more productive ends. I thank you for giving the celebrations an unmistakable touch of salt, too. This year's rising was not merely in Limsa, but of her. I look forward to seeing how future host cities follow our example. But for now, let us focus on the present. I am sure I have kept you from your business for far too long already, and I must return to mine. I must offer my prayer to Limland and be on my way. Fare you well. I wish you safe voyages for the year to come. May the navigator's breath ever fill your sails. Okay. All right, let me move up here and open up my inventory. I have a chair. Where is she? Okay, go to minions. Brush Up Cryo. On the occasion of the anniversary of Yours' rebirth, the Adventurers Guild commissioned a new Mamet, designed in Cryo's likeness, with the hood of her Pictomancer's attire drawn back to reveal her precious earring. She exudes a spirit of adventure and discovery. Oh, she's so cute. Okay, so I think this is a good place to stop for now. That's going to be all for now. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay safe, stay happy, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. Let's see. Can I wave with her? Let's see. Let's get a... What about a bow? What does a bow look like? Oh, that's so cool. All right. Talk to y'all there.